beautiful people. I pray that you guys are blessed and highly favored, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kenisha Berkring, and this is Wealthy in God. As I said in a few of my videos before this, I am rebranding, so bear with me with my name. Okay, I am rebranding. From Grace Walk Family is still available on Facebook and Instagram, and we're still posting. However, I'm branching out and feel really pulled to do this, where I am helping, individuals to take control of their finances while still including God's word, because everything that we do in life, the principles, the order, come from God. And so I'm not pulling away from God, but I'm mixing or intertwining God with my passion in this moment in life. And so welcome. Today, I am so blessed. I just came back from the studio, Faith World Studio, with Dr. Evelyn, who has a show on Faith World. And so she was interviewing me about my book, Suicide or Jesus Christ. If you follow me and you've not shared or bought my book, I encourage you to share it to a loved one, friends that you think, is just lost complete control of their life. And this book will definitely help them. Remember to share and like and comment, because that's how you support me on my channel. So today I am speaking about something that I wish someone told me about a couple years ago. Well, 10 to 11 years ago. And thinking about it, I'm not sure if I would have listened, but I'm sure that it would have planted a seed in me, because when I look back on my life, there's many people who've spoken to me who I probably didn't listen to straight away. However, their voice or their words was planted in me, and maybe I didn't listen to them at the time, but a couple years later, I did hear their voice again and listen to what they were saying. So today, I want you to know that wherever you are in life right now is because of the effort that you've put in your life. The first time I heard this was 2019. And I was not really ready to hear that, but I needed to hear that, okay? I needed to hear that. And since I've heard that, I heard that from my first mentor, which is Louise Hay. After that, I seemed to attract more mentors who kind of drilled that in my mind, that wherever I am in life is because of the effort that I put into my life. And any area in my life that I feel is not where it should be is because of the lack of attention and the lack of effort that I gave to my life. Now, guys, bear with my noise. My whole house is alive right now, okay? The kids are alive. Daddy is alive, so bear with the noise, okay? And so from 2019, I realized that I was really unhappy with my life. I was like, I'm 29. Like, I'm not where I imagined myself to be at the age of 29. I saw myself successful in a career that I wanted to be in, the business that I wanted to be in, flourishing financially. And I will always say to God, my life is okay, but in this area, I'm really lacking. And this area tend to affect every other area in my life, which is my finances, right? And so I went on this deep self-search, deep reflection. I mean, I got into meditating, and meditating became my go-to. Okay, my go-to after my prayer, my God time, that time where I just sit, just reflecting in quiet and peace, and just hear what God is saying, hear and reflect on my life. It became my number one, and it played a big role in who I am and where I am today, especially in the times of just listening and hearing God's word and having that, repeat itself within me. Okay. And so I got to a stage where I was, deeply seeking answers to why my life was the way it was, and what can I do to change my story. And I do believe that I found the answer, and I do believe that I am on the journey to, you know, reaching and, bringing forth, manifesting. There's a word in the Bible, but I can't remember it, but manifesting what is already mine in my life. Okay. And so I reflect and I realize that I was out of line of God's principles and God's will in my life, especially when it came to finances. I realized that I was mishandling finances. I was mishandling my mind. I was mishandling my body, and so I started to get in tune with God and his principles and his word. And with my millionaire and billionaire mentors, what I love about them and what I still love about them is that many of the things that they teach is biblical and scriptural. Okay. And so after starting to apply what I was learning about finances, about mindset, about energy, about environment in my life, I realized that things were dramatically changing. Now, I want to say to you guys, within a month, I've rebranded, I've built a bundle, an e-bundle. Doing all this, I'm, doing my master's. I completed my first semester. I'm still, creating my content, putting out my content, consistently while being at home, while being a mom and a wife and an individual. And I did all that in 1 month, following the guidance and the steps of my mentor. And I realized that if I did all this in 1 month, I did so much in 1 month. I realized how much I've wasted in 10, 11 years because of one thing. Now, Jim Rohn said when he first told his billionaire mentor that he did not have a vision written down, his mentor said, because you don't have a vision, I can tell you how much is in your bank account right now. And Jim Rohn said he was spot on. And I reflected and I said, definitely he's speaking to me. Okay. And so I started writing down my goals and my visions. I started giving deadlines and dates and time limits to getting them done. And I started sticking to what I need to do. And through doing this, I realized I was getting things done. And I was like, if I can do this in a week, if I can do this in a month, what can I get done in a year if I keep up this attitude and I keep up this beneficial behavior? And one thing I learned is that sometimes when we're doing something that is not beneficial for our life, we don't really see it right away. We sometimes see it 10 or 11 years later. Okay? And so if we take someone who's eating unhealthy, they might not realize how much they're doing themselves a disservice in not taking care of their body until 5 years, 10 years pass. And now they're obese. And now they have high blood pressure. And now they're, dealing with other health issues because of the way that they were eating. And the same comes down to our life, to our relationships, to our friendships, to our finances, to our professional life, our personal life. We may not be doing anything at all to benefit ourselves. Or we may be doing stuff that will not benefit our relationships, our children. But we may not realize it right away 2 years later. This is where we see family, feuds, where children grow up and they despise their parents. And their parents is like, hold up. I raised you. I did my best for you. And the kids, the grown adults are now, once children, now adults are like, you did nothing for me but brought me hell. Why? Because the way that the child was brought up wasn't beneficial to the child. However, when the child was young, they were unable to voice this. But now that they're older and they know better, they have a value on themselves. They're looking at you like, you did not raise me like a mother should have raised me, or like a father should have raised me. Okay, so the parents may not have seen that coming. In the long run, it happened. So everything that we see in our lives today, whether we like it or not, it's what we manifested. It's the effort in which we put in our lives. Okay? I was struggling with my finances. I was struggling with debts. I couldn't understand why. Started being mentored, reading courses, and realized I did this. The way that I handled my finances did this. You know, was 24, single mother, 3 different broken relationships. I realized that I did this. I was in relationships with people and I didn't even know myself, my self-value, my self-worth. And so I was in these relationships and I was accepting things that I normally would not accept. Okay, I was accepting being cheated on. I was accepting being talked down to. I was accepting competing for a guy with another chick. You know, I was accepting these things. Why? Because I didn't know who I was. And so until I came out of that place of unknowing, right, and come to the place of knowing who I am, I realized, nah, I deserve better than this. You know, I deserve much more than this. And so I'm not going to have it. Okay? And I remember finding myself in these chants, you know, where I would miss that person. You know, I would want to be back with that person. Why? My mindset hasn't changed. I'm longing for something that's not good for me. And so I waste more time in these relationships. You know, I waste more time in this job, in this career, in whatever it is, while I'm trying or I'm yearning for change, but I'm not working towards change. And one thing that I've learned, anything in our lives that we want to work on and that we want to change, we first have to change our thinking about that thing. The Bible talks a lot about renewing our mind. We have to find a source, whether it's a course, whether it's a book, whether it's a person, and find out, how did you do that? What was your mindset about that situation? How did you become successful in that area? And why am I struggling here? Why am I struggling here, and how can I be better here? Okay? I want you to know, wherever you are in life, unless you take full responsibility for where you are, you will never move from that place. And that's why I was stagnant for years, trying to come off of benefit with the same mindset that got me on benefit anyways. Trying to get out of bad relationships with the same mindsets. I am trying to change my life with the same thinking, with the same principles. But it's not going to happen until I realize that I need to change and that I want something more than I have now. And unless I seek the answers to the problems in my life, I will not be able to solve them. A lot of us, we want everybody to solve our problems for us. We never stop to try and figure it out for ourselves. And so I want to encourage you. Stop. Write your problems down on a paper. Then ask the questions. What do I need to do? Or what am I doing that is causing these problems? That is causing these issues? And what can I do to now overcome them? To now break free from them? To now solve them? Now let me give you an example. And I always go back to either my relationship or my finances. That's what I know best through experience. So with my finances, I struggled with it for years, but I feel like after I got married, things got really bad. Then I started asking the question, like, what is going on? Like, why am I struggling so much in this area? Okay. I then started reading books, started doing course. After reading a lot of books, I started doing courses. And then I started being mentored. Okay. Through this process, the answers to my problem was given to me. And then I started applying. It's not just about getting the answers. Many of us can get the answers and don't apply them. Okay? I started applying them, then I messed up and I went back into my old ways, and then I started applying them again. Okay? And I started seeing changes. I went from always being broke, always being behind in my bills, with a lot of debts, not paying debt, none of them off, to clearing my first large debt. Okay? Then started paying my bills on time. Wow, can you did that? Started paying my bills on time and started putting away money to invest. All of a sudden I realized financially I was getting healthy and healthier. Okay? And even though I'm not there yet, I am in a better place than I was before because I got the answers to my problems. And so I want to encourage you, whether it is career, relationship, whatever, I want to say to you, there's an answer to your problem. Once you get the answer, stick to it, execute it, and get it done. Because wherever you are, whether in your marriage, your relationship, your finances, your career, your business, whatever it is, wherever you are, okay, it is based on the effort that you've been putting in. And all you need is to find the answers and put in that effort, because sometimes we can be doing a lot of work, but a lot of nothing at the same time, right? You're doing a lot of things, but a lot of those things ain't adding up to nothing, okay? And so you want to make sure that whatever you're putting energy into, it is something that's going to push you forward into what you're trying to do, whether that is to make your marriage better. A lot of people, which I found out for myself, is that we have an issue in our marriage and we don't find we don't find the problem and then try to solve the problem. We just continuously go, around the problem. But we don't target it, find out what the issue is, and then get the answer to that problem and then work towards it. Okay? And so I want to encourage you. You can find the answers, put in the effort, and see changes in your life. Whether you want to see changes in your spiritual walk, in your mental state, in your health, in your physical state, in your marriage, in your relationship, in your parenting, in your career, your professional life. Whatever you want to see, changes, it is possible to have those changes. 1, what is the problem? 2, find the accurate answer to that problem. 3, attack that problem with revenge, okay? Don't attack it softly, attack it with revenge. And no matter if you get a drawback, if you fall, get up and get at it again. and be consistent in what you're doing, whether that is eating healthy, whether that is working out, whether that is spending time with your spouse, whether that is respecting your children and honoring your loved ones. Whatever that is, be consistent. Keep putting in the work, and I promise you that you're going to see a difference in your life, okay? Because I'm seeing a big difference in mine by doing this, okay? I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope that it blessed you, and I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. God bless.